Some people talk about God like he's their best friend. They feel his presence, they trust him deeply, and they carry this calm, unshakable peace no matter what's going on around them. And then there are others, maybe most of us, who want that same connection, but feel like we're shouting into the void. So, what's the deal? Why do some people seem to have this strong personal bond with God, while others struggle to feel anything at all? Let's be honest. Most of us crave connection, with people, with ourselves, and yes, with something greater than us. But connecting with God? That feels different. It's not just about saying prayers before bed or going to a place of worship once a week. It's deeper, it's emotional, and it's something you can't fake. One reason some people feel deeply connected to God is because they show up, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. They don't treat God like a distant figure. They talk to him like he's right there in the room. That kind of vulnerability takes courage. They bring their doubts, their fears, their gratitude, their joy, all of it to the table. They're not just asking. They're building for things. They're building a relationship. Think of any close human relationship. It didn't happen overnight. It took time, trust, communication, and presence. The same applies to connecting with God. Those who feel deeply connected to him usually spend time in stillness, away from noise and distractions. They create moments in their day to pause, reflect, and listen, not just talk. They read spiritual texts, not like a checklist, but like a love letter. They sit in silence, not out of boredom, but out of expectation. They trust that if they keep showing up, so will God. Another piece: authenticity. People who truly feel God aren't always the ones who look the most spiritual on the outside. In fact, they might not even talk about it much. But their connection is real. It's not built on performance. They're not trying to impress anyone with how holy they are. They just want to know God, plain and simple. They're honest when they're angry. They cry out when they're hurting. And they don't pretend to have all the answers. That kind of raw honesty, that's where the connection happens. Now, this isn't about blaming anyone who doesn't feel connected. Life gets busy. Pain clouds things. Religion, unfortunately, can sometimes make God feel more distant instead of closer. And if you've ever felt like you're just going through the motions, or that God's ignoring you, trust me, you're not alone. But here's where it gets good. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video. If you've made it this far, it means you're not just casually curious, you're hungry for something deeper. And that hunger, that's where the journey starts. Whether you've known God for years or you're just now cracking the door open, the fact that you're seeking is proof that something inside you knows there's more. And that more is absolutely within reach. Another truth? Pain often brings people closer to God. It's in the heartbreak, the loneliness, the lost jobs, and the sleepless nights that people start asking bigger questions. And sometimes those moments become sacred. People who've suffered deeply often find God not because someone handed them a book or preached to them, but because in their lowest moment, they felt a peace they couldn't explain. They cried out, and instead of silence, they felt something. Maybe not loud or obvious, but something real. Also, community plays a big role. People who feel spiritually connected often surround themselves with others who are seeking the same thing. They're not doing it alone. They have people to talk to pray with, to wrestle through questions together. Spiritual connection grows stronger when shared. And here's something we rarely admit. Some people don't connect with God because they're afraid to. Afraid of what it might mean. Afraid he might ask them to change. Afraid to be seen, fully and completely. But the thing is, God already sees us, every messy part, and he still wants the connection. Not when we're better, but right now, just as we are. So if you've ever felt like you're missing something that others have, don't give up. Keep talking, keep showing up, keep being honest. Don't force it, but don't walk away from it either. Because the connection you're looking for, it's possible. And it's already reaching out to you in 1,000 quiet ways. You just have to start noticing.